Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Karl MIVILLE de CHENE, along with founder and CEO, Impact Africa Industries, Barclay Paul OKARI.
Son? Merci. Lorsque je suis retourné à l'arrière, j'ai trouvé que nous n'avions pas terminé notre intervention.
In fact, you hadn't finished your intervention. Maybe you needed to be a bit more specific, and I asked Paul to come back with you
et de venir vous
and
expliquer
to come and explain to
pendant quelques
you
minutes
for a few minutes
son entreprise sociale,
his social
d'où vient l'idée,
enterprise, where the
de la
idea
façon
came
dont ça
from,
fonctionne,
the way it
comment il a
works,
créé le réseau
how
de
he created
distribution
the distribution network,
et comment il a
and
créé cette
how
entreprise
he created this
et le résultat
company,
que ça donne aujourd'hui.
and
Nous
what
avons
results he has today from
une
this
image
company.
qui doit aller à l'écran
You
dans
have
un
a
instant.
picture that should be coming up on
Je
the
vais lui laisser
screen.
vous
I'm going to
expliquer
hand
tout
over
cela,
to him. He's
et
going to
nous
explain
reviendrons à
this
la
to
fin
you,
avec
and we'll
une
come
ou deux
back at the
questions.
end with one or two
Merci.
questions.
Thank you again for having us here.
On est supposé avoir une image ici, à l'écran, s'il vous plaît. Non, c'est pas celle-là. Oui, merci.
Here we are. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to talk a little bit more about the work that we're doing at Impact Africa Industries. So we make reusable sanitary napkins, and I came upon this idea when volunteering as a teacher at a girls' school in 2010, and at the time I thought maybe not lack of teachers was the biggest issue facing a lot of girls, only to go to schools and find that girls miss school because they can't afford sanitary pads, so they can't actually go to school. From that, we got into the market, and my target has been school-going girls and women who live in the informal settlements. And one way that I thought I'd beat the people who are there in the market or the big multinationals who play in this space is how to create a model that creates that inclusion for these people who can't afford the sanitary pads. And with that, we came up with a model where, so a pack of the Safi sanitary pads goes for about $5, and that can last a girl for a period of up to 1 year. And we give them with 2 complimentary underpants. And how we do it is we sign up schools, and once a girl takes a pack of pads, she pays 10% deposit, and the remaining amount is paid in a space of between 3 to 6 months. So that gives them the flexibility for them to pay at their own pace, and in that way they can afford. Beyond that, we have a mobile application where we use it to disseminate reproductive health education. So far, we already have about 12,000 girls signed up on our platform, which is for us a big step in also killing the stereotypes around menstrual health. So far, we are in 1,300 schools across East Africa, and have distributed more than 1 million of the Safi sanitary pads. In the next few years, actually 3 years, we look to get into West Africa, Central Africa markets, and we're looking for partners. We're looking for people that share the same belief and ideals that we do around how we can get people who are interested in the education and health space in an integrated manner to come and work with us in pushing what you're doing forward. Thank you.
Vous réalisez ici, vous réalisez ici que ce programme, ce projet est un programme d'entrepreneuriat social. Le but premier, c'est de garder les filles à l'école, de sensibiliser des organisations pour pouvoir financer une telle action n'est pas un élément facile. d'intéresser les écoles
to get schools
pour faire
interested
quelque chose de neuf
so they can
et
do
d'innovant.
something new and innovative.
Ce n'est pas facile non
It's
plus.
not easy.
C'est la qualité, ce sont parmi les qualités d'un entrepreneur
And these
de
are
pouvoir
the true
imaginer
qualities of an
quelque
entrepreneur,
chose qui
to
ne s'est
imagine
jamais
something
fait
that's
avant,
never been done
avec un caractère social
and that has a
innovant,
social, innovative, and social
pour
character in order
que nos
to
filles, que vos
enable
filles
your
aient une éducation
children
soutenue,
to have a sustained
qu'elles puissent
education
intégrer le marché
so
du
they can be
travail,
included in the work
qu'elles
market.
puissent générer des revenus
Subsequently,
pour la
they can
famille,
generate
pour
revenue for
l'État,
their
pour
families
la
and for the
nation.
government, for the nation.
Tout ça passe par
And all
un
of
tout
this
petit objet
requires a little object,
qui est l'accès
which is
à la
access
serviette sanitaire.
to a sanitary
Pour
napkins.
moi, c'est un éclair de
For
génie.
me, this is a stroke of genius.
Et rassurez-vous,
And rest assured,
c'est un homme d'affaires.
this is a businessman.
Il le fait aussi
He's
pour
also
un
doing it
bénéfice.
to make a
Il
profit.
veut accroître son
He
marché,
wants to increase
il
his
veut
market
augmenter sa
share. He
distribution,
wants to
il a
increase
des
his distribution
préoccupations
network. He has
marketing,
marketing
de
concerns.
financement,
He has
de
funding
croissance
concerns.
d'entreprise,
He wants
de
to
gestion
grow his company.
d'employés,
He wants to handle
de
his
plaintes.
employees. He wants to handle
Tous ces
complaints.
éléments-là qu'on
All
apprend à
those
l'école
things
se retrouvent dans un projet
that you
comme
learn in
celui-ci.
school crop up in this type of business.
C'est un exemple.
This is one example.
Vous avez certainement,
You certainly,
pour Paul,
in Paul's case,
une, deux,
one or
trois
two or
questions
three
pour
questions
comprendre les
to
difficultés qu'il
understand
a
the
eu à créer
difficulties
ce genre de
he's
choses.
encountered in
Je vous
doing
laisse
this kind of thing.
le
So
choix de poser ces questions.
ask those questions. I'd love to hear from you.
Je vais lui poser la question. Ah, oui, non? Question? Alors moi, je vais lui poser la question.
Then I'm going to ask
Oui,
him a question.
vous savez,
Yes,
voilà.
here you are.
Ici, s'il vous plaît. Il y a le jeune
Microphone
homme
over
en
here,
blanc.
please. Young man in white.
Voilà, qui a la main levée, vous voyez?
His hand is
S'il vous plaît.
raised.
Je ne veux pas poser toutes les questions. Voilà, numéro 1, merci.
Je suis Boris Ndamedzege, étudiant en information et communication à l'UISO, à l'université en
Information
troisième année.
Systems and Communication. I'm in my third year in
j'aimerais juste
university, and I would
demander
like to ask
Ce modèle de leader, de jeune
about this
leader,
leadership model.
comment est-ce qu'on
how
peut réussir,
can we
sinon
succeed
parvenir à concrétiser un projet si
in making a
on a bien
concrete
des idées,
come to life
on manque de moyens
if you
pour
have a lack
pouvoir
of
arriver
resources
à
to
réaliser
do
nos
so.
idées. Parce qu'on peut bien exprimer des
Could
idées,
you
mais
express
il faut
ideas? It's easy to
vraiment
express ideas, but
fournir les efforts nécessaires,
you have to make the necessary
réunir
efforts
le matériel
and
qu'il faut, par
concretely
exemple,
get the
et le
resources
capital.
together
Si on n'a pas
and the
les
capital
moyens,
together.
on ne
If you
pourra
don't have the
pas
resources,
arriver
you
à
can't
réaliser
actually
ces projets.
bring it to
Comment on le
fruition.
fait?
So how do you do that?
Merci.
Merci.
Thank
Paul,
you.
can you answer this?
Can you answer, Paul?
Thank you for the question. I totally agree with what you're saying. From the time I conceived the idea, that was in 2010, we started properly producing the Safi pads in 2013. So that gives you the span of space. I had to struggle looking for funding, looking for trademarks, and all that. The most important thing is putting yourself in the right networks. So you really have to start networking. I had to apply for awards as a way of raising funds. And the most important thing as you start is, do you have a pilot? Do you have something that you can tell Karl that, hey, I have something that can work, I just need funding to scale it. Start it in your own small way, in whichever way you can. If I show you the images of what my initial factory looked like, my initial product looked like, they were horrible. But it's because that's what I could do with what I had at the time. So start where you are. It's never easy. It will take you time, but you'll get it. Thank you.
Paul, thank you. J'ai une deuxième
I have a
partie. Je
second
vois le
question.
4 dans un instant, mais je vois une deuxième
I
partie à
can
votre
see a
réponse.
second hand raised.
Je suis un ardent défenseur des solutions
I really
complètes
do
et
insist on
gratuites. Vous aimez
defending
gratuit, n'est-ce
full
pas? C'est
and
bien
free
gratuit. Non, moi aussi, j'aime
projects.
gratuit.
I like free. Do you like
L'hiver
free?
dernier, j'ai suivi un
Last
MOOC,
year,
une formation en ligne
I
des
attended a
HEC
MOOC
Paris sur
from
l'entrepreneurship
HSC Paris
social.
on social
J'ai trouvé
entrepreneurship.
ça captivant.
I thought it was
C'est
captivating.
accessible.
It was
C'est
accessible.
gratuit.
It was free.
Alors,
MOOCs,
cherchez
that's
sur
massive
Internet
online
MOOC,
courses. for
HEC
universities.
Paris,
This was
entrepreneur
HEC
social.
Business School in
Vous allez
Paris,
trouver tout de
and it
suite.
was on social
C'est un
entrepreneurship. You can
beau
look it up on the
programme
internet, you'll
qui
find
va
it right
vous
away. It's a great
faire
program, and that's going to
bâtir
get
votre
you
plan
to start your
d'entrepreneurship
business plan,
et vous apprendre à aller
you build
chercher
it, and you go
les
and
sources
see
de
how you go
financement
after
pour
the
le mettre en
money.
place et comment
So you
vendre
can
ce
put
type
it
de
into
projet.
place. And how
Et
you
ça
sell
coûte
your project. And it costs how much?
zéro.
Zero. It costs
Vous pouvez
nothing.
utiliser au cybercafé.
You can even
même.
look at it from a cyber cafe.
Question là-bas, numéro 4. Dernière question.
Number
Il vous
4,
reste
last
moins d'une
question.
minute.
Yeah.
Less than a minute left.
Once again, Shewan Diabu, Youngsters Foundation, Nigeria. Mr. Paul, I have a question for you. Can you share your personal experience with us relating to at what point did you discover yourself? I know every great impact in life starts with self-discovery. At what point did you discover yourself that you have something to offer Africa and the world? Can you share it with us? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. I happened to grow up in a place where in Kenya, over-election clashes happen, and in 1997, when I was at the age of 6, I happened to be found in a situation where the town you were living, you were considered outsiders, and the other guys from the other community came to where we were, and they literally killed somebody, on my face. And for me, I always tell people my childhood ended at that time because you stop thinking about food, playing, and sleeping, and all of a sudden, somebody can be an enemy. And for me, from that time, I knew that whatever I was going to do in life was going to be something that would change lives, will change the description of what we perceive humanity to be. The cruelty that sometimes we expose when we go to our worst, and the best that we can be when human beings choose to. So for me, at that point is when I knew that I had to do something that will change not me, but the community around me. And that's why I focused around social issues and ended up in social entrepreneurship.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure chatting with you. Thank you all for listening to us. Have a nice rest of forum.